On a quiet hill in Trinidad, behind tall gates and swaying palm trees, Machel Montano lives a life built by rhythm, discipline, and decades of non-stop movement. This is not just a mansion, it's the control center of a global soca empire. From sold-out carnivals to international stages, Machel's lifestyle reflects precision, energy, and purpose, far beyond the party image many associate with soca. But before the success, the influence, and the elite life, there was a young boy with a microphone and a dream. He was born on November 24, 1974, in Carnival, a coastal community in northwestern Trinidad, into a close-knit Catholic family that valued education, discipline, and encouragement. His mother, Elizabeth Lady Montano, worked as a career counselor, while his father, Winston Monty Montano, was an oil and gas geologist. When Machel was still very young, the family relocated to Superior in southern Trinidad, a move that would shape his childhood and musical foundation. From an early age, it was clear that music came naturally to him. Growing up in Superior, he was surrounded by support rather than pressure. He attended Superior Boys RC Catholic Primary School before enrolling at Presentation College in San Fernando, one of the country's most respected secondary schools. There, his talent continued to develop through the school choir, where he trained under Cynthia Lee Mack. Music was not treated as a hobby. It was nurtured with structure and care. His older brother Marcus also played an important role, sharing instruments, learning guitar together, and helping turn curiosity into skill. Machel's professional journey began remarkably early. In 1982, at just 7 years old, he started performing as a calypsonian, stepping onto stages with confidence far beyond his age. By the time he was 9, he had already formed his first band, Sonic Express, alongside his brother and neighborhood friends. What started as youthful enthusiasm quickly turned into serious momentum. That momentum crossed borders almost immediately. In May 1984, still only 9 years old, Machel performed at Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum in New York City, a moment that signaled something extraordinary. Around the same period, he also appeared on international stages, including performances in Paris, introducing Caribbean rhythms to audiences far from home. By 1985, while still in primary school, he released his debut album, Too Young to Soca. The title said it all, and the public responded instantly. The album became a hit across Trinidad and the wider Caribbean, earning praise for its energy and confidence, and establishing Machel as a true prodigy rather than a novelty. The following year, in April 1986, he appeared on the American television show Star Search, further expanding soca's reach into the U.S. mainstream. The achievements kept coming. In 1987, at just 12 years old, he placed second at the Trinidad and Tobago National Songwriters Festival with Dream Girl. That same year, he won the Caribbean Song Festival in Barbados, becoming both the youngest winner ever and the first Trinidadian to claim the title. His impact went far beyond hit songs. He consistently topped carnival competitions, earned multiple road march titles, won Soca Monarch crowns, and collected major awards across the region. In 2008, he was named a Caribbean Music Ambassador and received honors such as the Bob Marley Award for Artist of the Year. Even as trends shifted, Machel continued to evolve, experimenting with fusion sounds while staying rooted in soca's spirit. By the mid-2000s, his career had spanned more than 4 decades. He continued performing worldwide, releasing new music, selling out major venues, and shaping carnival celebrations across continents. In 2025, he was honored as Person of the Year for his cultural contributions. And by early 2026, at age 52, he remained fully active, headlining events, debuting new material, and setting the pace for the next generation. After decades of non-stop performances, global tours, and carnival seasons that never seem to sleep, the story naturally slows down and leads home. In Trinidad, Machel Montano retreats to a residence that reflects both his roots and his sense of balance. A tropical villa designed not to impress crowds, but to restore energy. From the outside, the home immediately feels Caribbean at heart. The single-story structure is painted a warm, light yellow, topped with a clean white tiled roof and finished with classic green shutters. It sits quietly within a peaceful landscape, framed by tall palm trees, dense tropical plants, and wide open lawns. Beyond the greenery, the view opens toward a manicured golf course, with the distant presence of the beach completing the scene. The setting feels open yet protected, secluded without ever feeling isolated. Moving around the property, the backyard quickly becomes the focal point. A large turquoise swimming pool stretches across the space, catching sunlight throughout the day and reflecting the surrounding greenery. Nearby, an outdoor lounge area is arranged with comfortable white sofas and large umbrellas, creating shaded corners for rest and conversation. A wooden outdoor bar stands ready for casual gatherings, turning the backyard into a natural extension of the living space. Everything is laid out with ease in mind, encouraging long afternoons outdoors rather than formal occasions. Inside, the atmosphere remains calm and personal. The interior blends elegance with intimacy, avoiding excess while still feeling refined. This is where Machel steps away from the public image of the king of soca and settles into everyday life. The living room becomes a creative space as much as a resting place, sometimes used for writing music, other times simply for quiet moments at home. Family life plays an important role within these walls. The house is a place where Machel spends time with his wife, Renee, enjoying routines that feel grounded and unhurried. Whether relaxing indoors or spending time outside by the pool, the home supports both creativity and rest, without trying to separate the two. And while this home sets the tone for calm and reflection, another side of Machel's lifestyle tells a faster story, one that comes alive on the road, behind the wheel. His car collection is not large or flashy by volume, but each vehicle that has appeared publicly carries a clear purpose and moment in time. One of the earliest known vehicles connected to Machel is a 1998 Suzuki Samurai. Compact and rugged, the Samurai represents a period when practicality mattered more than image. It fits the Caribbean environment well, simple, durable, and built for everyday movement rather than spectacle. The vehicle has often been referenced as part of his early years, when focus was placed firmly on building music and momentum, not projecting luxury. As his career evolved, so did the way vehicles appeared in his creative work. A Ford Ranger Raptor became visible through its feature in Compromise, D Ninja Edit. Strong and modern, the Raptor aligns with performance and control, mirroring the energy and authority Machel brings to his music. Its appearance was less about showcasing excess and more about matching tone, powerful, grounded, and contemporary. By 2025, his public image expanded further into high-end automotive territory. In the music video The Truth, Machel was seen with an orange McLaren 570S alongside a Mercedes AMG G63, upgraded with the Brabus tuning package. The McLaren delivers sharp lines and speed, representing precision and modern luxury, while the Brabus enhanced G63 brings strength, presence, and customization. Together, they reflect a stage of life where success is established and confidence is understated rather than overstated. Those vehicles tell a story of movement and milestones, but behind the lifestyle and the road traveled lies a bigger question. How has decades of music, touring, and global influence translated into income and long-term wealth? Widely known as the King of Soca, Machel's exact net worth has never been officially disclosed. However, estimates circulating on social media often place it around $10 million, though these figures remain unconfirmed and vary significantly depending on the source. What is clear is how his income is built. Since the mid-1980s, Machel has released dozens of albums and singles, beginning with Too Young to Soca and continuing through later projects such as 1 Degree Hotter in 2025. His catalog includes major international collaborations like One Wine with Major Lazer and Sean Paul. Revenue from this body of work comes through album sales, streaming platforms, publishing rights, and licensing for film and media. Digital estimates suggest annual earnings between $1 million and $1.3 million USD from platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and streaming services, though these figures reflect only online monetization and not his full music income. Live performance remains his most powerful revenue engine. Machel's dominance of Carnival culture, marked by 11 Road March wins, 6 international Soca Monarch titles, and a Calypso Monarch win in 2024, has positioned him as a top-tier live act. His performances extend far beyond Trinidad, including sold-out shows at venues like Madison Square Garden and major festivals across the United States and the Caribbean. For certain high-profile events, reported performance fees have reached up to $100,000, underscoring the value of his live presence. Beyond music and touring, Montano has expanded into brand partnerships and business ventures. He has collaborated with fashion brands such as New Era and secured beverage sponsorships, including Angostura-backed event packages reportedly valued at close to $900,000. He also operates Monk Music, his own record label, and is involved in the Montano Chocolate Company Limited, a family-run manufacturing business. While revenue figures for these ventures are not publicly available, they reflect a clear strategy of diversification. With financial success firmly established, the focus naturally shifts from what Machel Montano has earned to how he chooses to give back. Over the years, his approach to philanthropy has been intentional and structured, centered primarily through the Machel Montano Foundation for Greatness, MMFG. The foundation reflects his belief that long-term progress begins with education, preparedness, and direct community support. One of MMFG's key areas of action has been disaster relief. After Cyclone Beryl caused widespread damage in the region, Machel contributed $20,000 to the National Emergency Management Organization in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The donation supported recovery efforts at a time when immediate assistance was critical, reinforcing his commitment to regional solidarity beyond Trinidad and Tobago. Education stands at the core of his charitable mission. Through partnerships with companies such as Blue Waters Limited and Quartz Trinidad, MMFG donated 200 laptops and digital devices to students and schools. These efforts were aligned with initiatives like the Ministry of Education's Adopt a School program, ensuring that resources reached classrooms where access to technology could make a lasting difference. The foundation has also invested directly in school infrastructure. One notable contribution included $250,000 toward the reconstruction of a science laboratory at Queen's Royal College, supporting hands-on learning and academic development. In addition, Machel has honored personal commitments to education through scholarships and direct financial support, including a $21,000 contribution that fulfilled a long-standing pledge to assist students in need. Beyond his own foundation, Machel has collaborated periodically with other organizations, offering support where his influence could amplify impact. These include involvement with the Esamage Foundation in education-focused initiatives, as well as public advocacy for the Roy Cape Foundation, encouraging broader support to preserve the legacy of Caribbean music and musicians. He has also remained connected to wider youth and community programs across Trinidad and Tobago, particularly those linked to education, empowerment, and disaster response. Beyond the foundations and community work he supports, the story becomes more personal, shifting from how Machel Montano gives back to the world to how he finds meaning, balance, and happiness within his own family life. What brings Machel Montano the most joy today is time. Time spent with family, close friends, and the people who have walked with him through every phase of life. In February 2020, Machel married his longtime partner, Renee Butcher, in a private ceremony held at the Red House in Port of Spain, Trinidad. The choice of an intimate setting reflected the way he approaches his personal life: meaningful, respectful, and intentionally kept away from excess attention. Over the years, he has openly referred to Renee as his wife, occasionally sharing warm public moments, including thoughtful birthday messages that highlight affection and gratitude rather than spectacle. Together, the couple is raising 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. While Machel remains protective of his family's privacy, he does share carefully chosen glimpses of family life on social media. These moments are never about routine or exposure, but about appreciation. In November 2024, he marked his 50th birthday with a post describing a wonderful night spent with his wife, children, mother, and cousin in Washington, D.C., emphasizing togetherness over celebration. A year later, in December 2025, he reflected on the past year as a good year for our family, acknowledging busy schedules while expressing gratitude for shared milestones. Even as family remains his emotional anchor, Machel's connection to music has never slowed. By early 2026, he is fully active, promoting his encore tour throughout the Carnival season in Trinidad and Tobago. Through his Instagram account, @Machel Montano, he shares behind-the-scenes moments, performance highlights, and previews of new music, offering fans a window into both the preparation and passion behind the performances. Surrounded by family and still driven by music, Machel Montano continues to move forward, celebrating success not just by what he achieves on stage, but by the life he builds beyond it. Thank you for spending this time with us and following his journey beyond the spotlight. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more lifestyle journeys, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us keep these stories alive, and we're grateful to have you along for the ride.